We're on
Oh, who,
for a coffee chat.
who did that? Was it you, Boom Mike, operator? Don't put it in front of me like this. No. You're fired.
We were talking about firing your whole production crew.
There we go.
Is that it?
Just
So
be
what's
like,
going on?
just be like Elon Musk. Is he firing everyone at the moment? Is that the case? Has he fired like nearly 50% of the whole Twitter family? Twitterverse? Are we going to call it the Twitterverse?
I don't know. I haven't spoken to him.
You haven't spoken to him.
No, I haven't spoken to him to get the.
You haven't caught up with him
What's
for a
going
while,
on?
have you? So
Well, I don't know. Is it? Do we believe what's being reported?
Well, he put it out there. If he puts it as a tweet, do we believe the tweet?
Yeah, did it come from him?
Could it have come from? Could have come from an AI, right?
Maybe.
That's interesting.
From anyway.
I need an AI to do this. I have to get. I could be at the beach. I could be at the beach, and my AI could take over. You guys wouldn't have a clue if it was me or not.
Well, we are at the beach.
Shh. There's some people that's
Could well
not meant
be.
to know we're here.
Well, following because we were having a chat this morning, and it got to the point where there was that movie you referenced, which I haven't seen, and it got me thinking about man versus machine. What was it?
Ready Player One.
Ready Player One.
Is it Ready Player One? I think it is.
So if anyone's seen Ready Player One, we'd love your thoughts on it.
Yeah, put it in
I haven't
the
watched
comments.
it yet.
If you've seen it, put it in the comments what you think about it, as well as what are your thoughts, because we're sort of moving in that direction. We're moving. If you haven't watched it, if you get a chance, watch it, have a look, because that is going to be the reality that we're going to be facing soon, right? That's the reality that a lot of kids in early 2000s
Sam.
have
Ready Player One.
Already Player One.
What did we say? Player One ready?
Oh, there we go.
Sam, have you seen it?
Ready Player One, that's it. Have you seen it, Sam?
Oh, the Web3 startup is Ready Player Me. Ready Player Me. So that's a startup, is it?
Ready Player
Samsung
Me.
investment.
Oh. That's interesting.
3D avatars, cross-platform. Luke. Bye. Bye metaverses. Bye. Bye metaverses.
Bye.
How are you, Luke?
Did you say bye? All right, bye, Luke. Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
he said
wrong.
bye. Did someone say bye? Bye.
Oh, this AI is really busted, isn't it? Can't read the comments properly. Yep.
Oh, Jesus, it's getting harder.
It's big.
Can I automatically have this pop up like this? Or do I have to keep...
I think you keep clicking it.
I have to keep clicking it.
Keep clicking it.
So it is very interesting. What did you think of it? Did you like Ready Player One?
Are you asking me or you're asking the comments?
Comments. So you know what to make it a lot
I haven't
easier?
seen it.
Let's just do the chat overlay.
Andrew.
Move our faces here. Why isn't that showing up?
Because if you do it now, any new comments now. So if anyone types now, it should come up. Thanks for jumping in, Andrew.
Thanks for jumping in.
You've been doing some work on the caravans there, and it's Christmas time. Connect with Andrew if anyone's looking for some time away. There's some amazing caravans, old school caravans too.
Just say hi again, so it will show your profile pic. I can see. Why does Sam's got like a picture of what? Oh, Epic movie.
RPM founder and Sandbox game founder had a chat a few days ago about this.
Doing your best.
Oh, we'll have to. All right. We said the other day we need to catch up with Sam, so we're coming in to catch up.
Let's do it. Like we got to set up a time. We'll catch up.
Andrew's doing his best.
That's
doing my best. It's good to hear.
It's better than not doing anything, right? As long as you're doing your best. What else could you do? You could do worse.
How do we get the caravans in the metaverse?
Why do we want to be in the metaverse?
Well, you said before it's where we're going.
Yeah, I know
heading.
That's where we're going. That's where we're heading. I'm saying we should stay out of the metaverse and stay in the real world, because if we get stuck in the metaverse, that's where we'll end up being, right? Wouldn't we end up there? That we, dabble in it and stay in it, but don't be so engaged that's where you're going to live in. Could you imagine that? No one's going to go out. Why would anyone go out? It's going to be like COVID, and people who are already afraid of going out won't even go out anymore.
But have you seen how cool it is?
Stick around some of these places and not even meet anyone anymore. Could you imagine? They'll reduce the amount of people being born. That's what they're doing.
We can meet in the metaverse, so we can order food to be delivered. What? We have to see people?
Do we have to see? Yeah, maybe it might be good.
So Sam says it's a live debate right now around how to do multiple game worlds, who owns them, how does that work? Well, this is the big thing now, is that we're in this, technology has taken us so far, and how much further can it go and take us before we turn into robots? Or maybe we are into robots.
Did you say we are typically robots?
We could be. We could already be robots.
Now, I'm going to throw it out there because that's what I like doing. Are people working 9-to-5 jobs robots? Oh, where's the mic? I'm going to have to drop my mic. I'm going to grab a mic so I can do my
mic drop.
There you go. I've dropped the mic. You missed it. I'll repeat it for Andrew.
So are they? Well, depends how you see it. Depends how they see it.
Jordan Peterson raised a really important message. Not many people are going to be the entrepreneurs. Not many people are going to be the creators. Not many people are going to want to change the world. And that's fine. We need the people that's going to help do the work. It's kind of similar to having ants, right? And an ant colony. An ant colony, you have the queen, but the most important ones that are born are the workers. You've got the foragers, you've got the workers, you've got the nesters, the people that look at the ants that look after the nest. Then they create the soldier ants to protect the nest and stopping it from invasion and having these ants. So they've got a system too, right? You need these people as well to be able to do all the things that's really required for something to be achieved. Although, we're almost robots and probably a simulation. I wouldn't doubt that either. So there's that part where it's been a topic of whether we are already in a simulation. Yeah, I believe so too. Yeah, we are consumers or producers, I think. Love the ant metaphor. And we still need to have people that could do parts of the job, because there's certain scales where people there's a top amount of people that just want to create things and produce things, and then it's like even having artists. In your case, Sam, there's people who want to just create the art, publish the art in like digitized format, put it out onto and a blockchain, the NFT blockchain, and that's all they want to do. They want to produce the art, but there's people that's going to admire it. There's people that's going to want to have that. We still need those people, right? So there's still that contrast of different types of people that's going to be required. There's going to be deep thinkers. I like to think. I think too deeply at times. But is there something that where you think too deeply or not? I don't think so. We just question everything. We just question everything in our minds of whether something works or something doesn't. That's what deep thinkers do. Just think of the thinking man, the statue of the thinking man. That symbolizes people who are deep thinkers, people who really just want to sit there and think of many different aspects. Oh. But coming back, let's bring it back to where we sort of left off, to the metaverse. The diversity makes me think simulation more. Laugh out loud. I agree though. And that's just it. We don't know whether we are in a simulation. Could we destroy that? Are we really in the matrix? Everyone's sort of tossing this around. Are we in a matrix? We are definitely in some sort of matrix, because a matrix is just system of systems. Nature has system of systems. Nature, in its most intricate parts, if you really look deep into nature itself, it starts off with Fibonacci sequence, right? For every single little thing. Could you imagine that? A bit off topic. Are you still doing the meetings at Workspace? That's for you.
No, Andrew, we took a month off, getting ready, preparing for next year. So no, we haven't yet.
Would you like one set up soon? I think more in the new year, right?
Yeah, we were looking to do an online one. We haven't set a date or anything, but if people are looking to connect, I did have another request the other day actually asking when the next one was, which is nice to hear. So yeah,
Unreal
we can do it. We can do an online one.
That really is deep. The Unreal Engine. I looked that up, and in just the way it creates, and it's smart enough to sort of create the details of what it needs you to concentrate on. So say you're walking, it doesn't really need to sort of render too many things on the outside or the insides of buildings, even though it knows that you are close or within the proximity of being next to a certain building. And then it's enough right now to make it it's so realistic, right? That you can, if you had a some sort of your hand with enough sensors that you can sort of move your hand to make it look like that you could do that. And you know that the roller thing, did you see the circular rollers? So you could technically walk and run in a simulation on these rollers without leaving, because then what it does, it's a slope that it gets you back all the way down to center. So if you did stop, it stays right in the center. But the moment you sort of move towards a walk, and it doesn't matter where you walk or you run, it makes it look, it makes you feel like you're walking. And that technology is going to be interesting. I love tech. I love tech. It's just becoming way too realistic. And you know how WoW became a problem? So World of Warcraft. You've seen the Walker? Yeah. Is it called the Walker? So WoW created this world, right? And people got stuck in it. They required psychologists to get people out of the habit of playing WoW. Like every other game that's out there, it builds like a habit for you to keep playing it. Minecraft is also another one that you could get lost into. Roblox for kids. Whew. Like how many of you as parents are being asked to go buy Robux? Is it Robux? So I've been
Yeah,
asked and said,
don't know
whoa,
what
wait,
don't know what you're talking about.
Robux. They're going to need medical beds for life support for dudes who get stuck in their VR headsets. Medical beds.
Well, that's kind of like where we're heading. Is that, I mean, now there's the a mental health pandemic. We're so connected more than ever now. There's so much information. There's so much information.
Are we connected? Why is that being tossed around as being connected?
We've got access.
Because connected to me means I'll see you in person. We exchange. It's an energy exchange between two people with conversation, and you create synergy and all these other things of birthing new ideas from that. Yet that to me is energy exchange at its greatest, and that's connectedness. We are being removed from that connectedness, feeling like we're connected. But we're not. We're bombarded with information. We need a VR classic caravanning experience.
We're connected to the VR headset.
So maybe that's what you need to do, Andrew. Like create something in the metaverse. They'll never leave.
The VR edition.
They'll never leave. They would never leave the
Kura
caravan.
VR.
Yeah, so how that relates to Neuralink and life extension technology, which is insanely close now. Musk has nearly sort of, isn't he working on that technology where he's nearly finished that? I think he's gone through testing, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's already got some sort of a Neuralink connection to his head. But the AI tech is the scariest. It's scary. It's scary because it's you. How do you separate what's artificial and what's real? How do you separate that? You tell me. What do you think?
Walking outside. Getting out.
Have you seen the robots that look very realistic? That
Walking
mimic
outside,
and
looking into
move.
the sky.
They move. They They do everything, like even the right bounce when they're actually walking. They've replicated that. I don't know whether it makes sound, so if we hear mental health use cases are there on YouTube right now. See, there's so much information. It's information overload, plus distractions on top. Distractions are the biggest ones that's going to cost us. It's going to cost us heaps. It's going to cost us our kids in their future generations.
Good point, Sam. You can see that when someone speaks about their life and trauma with a disconnected identity, they are able to talk more confidently.
Enjoy,
guys. Cheers, Andrew, for stopping by.
Thanks for stopping by.
Let us know when Kura VR is up and running, and
I'm happy to test it out.
We'll walk to it and then put the headset on. So we get the feeling of both real, real, and not real. Because when you talk as a 3D avatar in YouTube game world, as a 3D avatar, and your identity in real life is disconnected, it means you can speak without consequences.
That's an interesting thing. It sort of also alludes to the trolls out there, because we're both on TikTok. We both create these conversations. We talk about many different things, and we've had some really, really interesting conversations on TikTok. Like, I mean, one of the interesting ones was, what was it? It was monogamy, polygamy, and polyamorous, and had about 5 people in there talking about their own experiences of being in a polyamorous person, being in polygamy, and of course a person monogamy, and even one guy who, like, I still question today, like, he hasn't I don't know if I can say a lot of these things on Facebook, or whether I'd get banned or not, or on LinkedIn, or and how openly I can speak about it. There's one guy there that said that he hasn't been with anyone for the last 18 years of his life. I can say there's so many other parts of that conversation I'd like to say, but I won't. So
was it civil?
It's just one of them.
Was the conversation civil?
Yeah, of course. It was civil. It was like allowing everyone to talk freely about it, and everyone was open-minded, and there was no judgment. So the most important part of all conversation is that there's no judgment upon anyone and everyone about their own choices, because it's their own choices, right? It's got nothing to do with you. So that is one of the most important part in having a conversation, and having to keep it open. Am I wrong?
No.
So
yes.
that
no.
was right. Well, and then
sorry. Yes, he's wrong. No, he's not.
Well, like that. People don't want to talk about their shit with consequences.
So that was
accountability. That's where it goes down. It's about accountability, right?
Well, there's that. He's right, and there's that. Can I say anonymity? The anonymous.
Yeah, they were
identity.
the trolls coming in saying whatever they wanted to without,
They're not always, though. But like Sam said, that's why they'll openly discuss it, but they still want to be anonymous. But they'll have a conversation.
It's
happy to have a conversation.
It definitely is interesting.
but they don't want the consequences.
Why
So
is
an
that?
example. An example is mental health discussion, and it gets back to HR, but it gets fobbed off by the company because the consequences are they're fragile.
And did we have? Was that one of the lives?
Yeah, it's been in actually. It's come up a couple of times. So yes,
Which live was
it has
that?
been in the live. I can't remember. There's so many. There's so
Yeah.
many. But that was the being able to talk anonymously without having consequences, because it gets reported and it goes back to somewhere, and then they have a discussion and it's off on higher up somewhere. Nothing gets done about it. I mean, there's so many avenues that can go through. But just that example that Sam was saying about the consequences and anonymous. So they're not always trolls. There's actually genuine people. They want to be anonymous, but not anonymous. Anonymous, but not forgotten.
I wasn't sure whether to mention the other conversation where one of the people was told to stop doing something without a what. It was just a conversation, right?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to recollect, but I don't think I should mention it. It's literally watch how quickly someone opens up about their most complex mental health issues. There's a 3D avatar panda disconnected from their identity with a stranger. More breakthroughs than a. Oh, hey, wait, am I allowed to swear on this app?
And an effing courthouse and jail.
A fucking
Yeah.
courthouse in jail and psychologist and psychiatry. Oh, that's interesting. It allows them to open up without the consequences. So that's one good thing about it. One good thing from having some sort of disconnection to their own identity. But it doesn't remove them from the reality that they face. It is just it allows them to be vulnerable without being vulnerable. Because if you showed vulnerability within yourself, it would also mean accountability, right? But if it was a panda, then all we see is a panda going, whoa, that panda did some real shit. Understanding that people are afraid of consequences. Metaverse solves that.
Well, it's an escape.
An escape. It's an escape. It's an escape to reality.
Vulnerable without vulnerable. Because no identity. That panda doing its thing. But see, we can talk about the panda now.
It's the panda.
So we've shifted.
We've shifted to the panda. Well, we'll call it the panda from now on. Could you imagine being that panda? That you can say whatever you want? Hey, could we do... we can't do it here, could we? We can't do...
It's the panda in the room. It's the panda in the room.
Was the panda really there? Did the panda hear the pin drop? if the panda
Maybe.
was cutting a tree, would the other panda hear that the other panda was cutting the tree? I mean, something else is it's disconnected identity that's separated fear of a consequence. I don't think it's fear of consequence. It's fear of accountability. Because if you knew who it was, wouldn't you feel like you'd have to be
G'day,
accountable
Sam.
for what you put out there? Was there a panda there to hear it? Hey Sam, how's it going? So
Oh, Sam and Sam. Sam meets Sam.
Sam. Hey
My
Sam,
son's name's
I joined
Sam, so
your Discord, by the way. Sam John. I'll be in there as Dunkelblitz. I'll have to see who you are in there. Do I have to look for that avatar? And,
I couldn't get the
Sam,
link working.
thanks for jumping in. I think Sam, Joel, we'll have to get you into our Discord because we just started moving that along and starting to expand it.
Yeah, we're good, Sam.
It's just
we had a moment, so we just thought we'd jump on and have a conversation, see where it goes.
The coffee chat that we used to have, and just talking about everything. That's just here.
You're welcome. So Sam M and Sam J. There we go.
This is Sam.
Panda Sam?
Panda Sam. What are your thoughts?
What am I thought? Well, I'm getting told my battery's low.
Your battery's low.
So I need to go outside and energize.
And grounding. Go ground yourself.
Go ground it.
Love
the
it.
Sam Show.
The Sam Show.
It's
becoming that way.
Well, my son's Sam as well, so it's a full house. It's a Sam full house. Actually, no, we need another two for full house.
A full house of Sams.
So where's the coffee?
It's finished.
I actually had my quota today, so I've got homemade soda water.
What the hell's homemade soda water?
It's in a coffee cup, so
Please explain what homemade soda water is. What did you do?
It's a Soda Stream, not a sponsor. Soda Stream.
It's a homemade. How do you make soda on its own? You know who I got to speak to recently? She's got one of those these.
It's science, right?
These alkaline hydro
bubbles in a beer or bubbles in a water.
Hydroxide. That's what she did. Hydroxide water. So alkaline. What is it? Alkaline water by splitting the oxygen out of H2O and creating hydroxide. Whew.
To
make it alkaline. So if you split the oxygen, you get bubbles at the same time. If you keep the oxygen and lit it up, you'd create a big explosion. But let's not go there. Science.
Whoa, what?
To my Sam Squared joke, not the soda one. Oh, Sam Squared. I didn't even it went so quick. Sam Squared.
Sometimes it's the delay, the comments in the delay to the video. That's why the on the screen conversations.
Yeah, I kind of get delayed. And then there's
those days. We have delayed days. This is 3D avatar example right now. Imagine you don't know me and we are all strangers. Yeah, exactly. If only we could put panda filters on right now.
But that's what we get. That's what we end up getting in the TikTok conversations. Some people will suddenly jump in
panda
and go,
filters.
Who are you? And then, we'd have some of the most amazing conversations. The other conversation that we had, we would like to bring her across from the platform to here, was the DNA.
Emma. Emma and DNA.
Emma and DNA.
That's a whole nother discussion. That one.
I think we've had at least 5 different conversations with many different people on there.
And Sam Joel, not Kitaro.
It was really, really interesting. Let's just try and bring her across. At the moment, if you didn't know who I was, I am a Kitaro. Is that the NFT?
Is it anime? Anime?
Anime?
Sure. Not up with all that.
Is that a Kitaro NFT?
Or is Kitaro a sword?
Keen to meet. Is she even on LinkedIn? We've added her in the Discord.
Not sure.
We've added her in the Discord channel.
But she's frequently, I have to get her username, but she's always having conversations on TikTok with other DNA researchers.
Yeah,
it's just like, very educational. But also just like, what is that?
And then, of course, if you're out there, Brendan, the Wallamai Pine.
Oh, Kitaro is your NFT, right? Kitaro and Pena, and this is probably a discussion.
That's another discussion. Wallamai Pines, Brendan. Wallamai Pines, very endangered, and only when was it founded? In 1994? Was it 1994?
Yeah, Brendan's another fascinating one.
So,
and she sees these lies every now and again. Good to have him on.
So, I know it's 37 minutes. I know we can keep talking.
We can.
So we'll come back again. We'll have more. Maybe we should have some topics to talk about. We started doing that last time, right?
We did.
You got Cyberpunk 2077 jacket. Or is it Kryber?
Which is super rare and a dope grey background. Yeah, so it's like it's a whole nother community. And there's going to be... Actually, what else... Yeah, I bring it back to the whole Pokemon card thing as well.
What about it?
And the NFTs. Also, with Sam Joel talking now, a lot of it I don't get because I haven't been in that community or what's hot and what's not. And it's the same with the card. I took my kids to the Pokemon shop the other day, and there's so many like what's fake, what's real, like the physical cards. Oh, sorry, Sam. So I know like the non-fungible tokens, but there's still these items, I guess, that have a value that only some people get. Because they're part of that community and game. Like, I don't know these Pokemon cards, some of them look pretty flash and what they all are. But I remember a card game I had growing up called Magic the Gathering, which they still have. And I'm trying to find, I think I threw my cards out because there's some like very valuable cards in Magic the Gathering, and I'm spewing that I've probably thrown them out somewhere. But, you're in that community and you learn the game. And then you get to know the value of the cards. And there's going to be rare ones in there because there's not supply and demand. There's going to be rare ones in there. There's going to be non-rare ones, collectible ones. Oh, is it? Magic is how it all started. Oh, really?
What's
Was it online? Magic Gathering online or something? Was it?
What's the copyright on NFTs? How's copyright and who is copyright submitted to? And of course, it's probably within its own right, within the blockchain, that it's copyrighted itself, right? Help me unpack that, but not now. I think not now, because I think that's an interesting question to sort of talk about. Is could NFTs be used to copyright things? Of course they could, because as soon as you put it into the blockchain, it's there, right? So say if I put a schematic of what the details are uploaded into the blockchain, it's there imprinted. It's an NFT. Something to think about.
Immutable X is more valuable than Atlassian and Canva right now, about to release Guild of Guardians. So they've got a strong community. What is Immutable X? Actually, I think I've seen them. I haven't read into them. What they do.
Can I see that OpenSea?
Oh, so they're game. So it's game builders. The original game was Gods Unchained. The gas fees were too expensive, so they needed to build an alternative layer too. Yeah, gas fees. Crazy. They went crazy.
Oh, geez. OpenSea. Geez. There's so much to look at.
But again, it comes to, and just talking about that, coming down to community. Oh, so they've got their own marketplace with enough followers. They're a closed sea. Yeah,
That's
okay.
closely.
So again, coming back to community. And not just online, offline as well.
Interesting. Yeah. I reckon that's another topic.
Yes, definitely.
We'll have to start sending these to people. They had a WeWork style fund, right? Disconnected from reality. Wow. All right, we're gonna have to end it. We'll come back again soon.
Thanks for jumping in, Sam, Maxon,
Sam.
Andrew Campbell, Luke Maroney. Anyone else? Yeah, until next time.
All right. See you, Sam.
Stay classy, San Diego.
Let's have that beer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye.